Hello everyone. A lot of things are changing right now. We have all the AI topics which are growing so fast, which results that nobody is knowing if their jobs are secure or not. And overall, if you think a job is secure, you make something wrong. Because if you start to take risks, it will as well open you up a couple of new doors. Because if your whole life is just going through the safest ways as possible, how could you gain big rewards? And this exact thing is which makes the rich rich and the poor people poor. If you invest in the S&P 500 for over 40 or 50 years and you did everything right, you started early, you got a safe job, started investing from early on, put away money aside for emergencies and do all the other things which everyone teaches you, it could still be possible to get very rich. But this will just happen with the compounding over time. And who wants to be rich with an age of 60 or 70? What is your plan? What do you want to do with that age? Life is too short to spend it with things like that. I don't want to say that the compound interest is bad. It is one of the best things in this world. But it makes more fun if you start with a huge amount of money. Maybe one of you thinks right now, how can you get huge amount of money? If you look at the richest people in this world and how they got rich, there are rarely employees who got rich with a salary. I think a lot of you know that already. But what would be the solution? It is not that easy to create multiple incomes, and especially more in which types of passive incomes you want to build on. The most successful and richest people in this world are most of them business owners. You could be rich with winning the lottery, but if you don't have a good money mindset, you will lose all your wealth. As fast as it came to you, it will be gone as well. There's one more thing that I want to tell you. We got a lot of negative thinking about money from our parents or even from our friends or family. You should first start to work with that to understand better what is going on in your mind and especially in your unconscious mind, and understand why you act like you act with the topic of money. I as well want to mention, and I'm not currently rich, but the most successful and wealthy people are as well automatically generous people. Not everyone, but most of them. I mean, make it logical. If you are poor, how do you want to give donations to other people? How do you want to help other people? It is almost not possible because you are constantly in a lack of money. If you don't have it, how should you give it others? So the result would be build a company on your own, start with a side hustle. You don't need a lot of resource, you don't need a lot of money, you don't need anything else. The only thing matter is to start and do something. Because there will nobody come for you and do the work for you. Instead, you have to be disciplined, motivated and put your future in your own hands. But let us go into my portfolio and look into the investment world. As you can see, we gained a new all-time high and my unrealized profit and loss is currently around 1,544. That builds up my portfolio of 14,275. And if we go into my positions, you see that almost every US-based stock which I really strongly invest in is right now with a profit. But we have to pay attention to one more detail. We have right now a really weak US currency. The result in that is your portfolio is rising, but maybe it's a time of matter when it will decrease again. As I mentioned in the past year in November, if Trump wins the election and get the president, we will have a lot of ups and downs. We had on April the whole tariff topic, which led to a really huge dip. And everyone who had money on that time and invested strongly into the market is right now with the profit. But the goal is not with this strategy to get rich overnight. It is a slow, boring, but still very important thing you could do to build your wealth. I will go even more into detail in the next week if I do my investments, but right now I want to put money into my broker. For that we click on transfer and pay, transfer funds, choose the amount which you want to put in, and in my case it is around 600, and you can see if you're finished under the status and history that you just need to deposit the money from your bank to your broker, and in the next 1 to 3 days the money will be on the account and I will do the next steps. The same thing I will do with crypto. And I as well started to learn more about crypto because it is as well one additional thing which brought a lot of people who get successful and rich in just a couple of days or weeks, in a very short time. In crypto, you can lose your money very quick and as well gain money. You can 10x, 100x or even 1000x the amount which you invested, and the same goes in the different direction. So crypto brings in a lot of risk, and as you can see, my whole interactive broker and my investments into that are, from my point of view, very safe. And that's the base. I built on a safe base, built a bigger network, and it is wrong to ask people how much money do you have. The correct question would be how much network you have. And in my case, my network are my ETFs, my stocks, the money which I have aside, my emergency funds, and not the things that I have in crypto, because it could be all gone overnight. And you have to have that always on your mind. You will see in the next week which stocks and ETFs I will buy. Hopefully you learned something today. You get a bigger mindset. You build on your skills. You grow overall. And don't believe everyone. And learn from your own mistakes and try out new things. Because just if you try out new things, you can grow. And with that, thanks for watching, guys. See you soon. Bye bye.